Hello everyone, and welcome back to Agatha Christie's The ABC Murders. Last time, we received a letter from an unknown individual, marking himself simply as ABC. And then there was a death. And then there was another death. And it's all got sort of a little bit out of control. But Poirot, he still feels in control, even though perhaps he shouldn't. But we have already collected, 1/5 of the available ego points? So that's fairly good going. Yeah, it says collect ego points by acting the same way as Hercule Poirot, such as being rude and checking the mirror. Looks like this. We won't get ego points for a second time. We have a big old pause button up here. That's fine. Let's check. So what do we have left to do? So we've got a notebook. So we've been talking to this lassie. She is the employer of the latest victim. And we have a quest to go to the victim's house. Oh, I'm sure Poirot is going to manage this one. But he's not going to run or move in any way that might be considered mildly fast. We're looking for number 22. Maybe up here? Follow Hastings. Number 22.
How do you do, mademoiselle? My name is Hercule Poirot.
I know you. You're that detective we hear all about.
I do not know if that is a compliment, but I will take it as one for now. You are Betty's sister, I believe?
Yes. My name is Megan.
Can we come in?
Please do.
I'm just going to turn the volume, the sound of the game down for you guys just a little bit. Just in case it was a bit out of balance.
My parents are at the police station. I doubt they'll be up to speaking to you later.
Do not worry, we will not bother them.
Did you know your sister's plans for yesterday evening?
No. I arrived by train this morning. My parents called me in a panic when they discovered that Betty had disappeared. She went out last night, but she didn't tell them where she was going.
What was your last conversation about?
Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother brought her a pair. The very day it happened. She was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Oh, Mummy.
Okie dokie. Now I have a sneaking suspicion that the stockings are relevant.
It would not be polite to visit the house without being invited to do so. Megan invited me to examine her sister's bedroom. I should take advantage of... It would not be polite
I'm
to...
confused. Is that not where the bedroom is? Is the bedroom somewhere else?
The Barnard appeared to make music a priority in their budget.
Yeah, so this little observation in the game is Poirot says something, then you find stuff to prove it, which is a lot easier than some of the other mini games. Because for example, in this one we say, well, they have 2 expensive instruments and 1 tatty sofa. Oh, another mirror. You know what we have to do, Poirot. Plus 3 of your points. It's barely even worth it. We can have a look at Captain
Hastings always pays more attention when young women are being questioned.
I won't lie, I never got this sort of interpretation of Hastings from the TV show, that he was some sort of young woman obsessed.
This gramophone is magnificent. It is a one-off, without a doubt. Family photos and files. It is now the right time.
Where do you want me to go then? Oh, we can have a good look at her.
What is she feeling at the moment?
She has runny mascara. She's looking at a photo. Apparently her hand is tense. It's certainly missing one of the lines.
Betty's older sister is not just sad. She is angry.
Curious.
Your sister had a fiancé, I believe?
Yes, he's called Donald Fraser. A very nice man.
A hot-headed man by all accounts.
You are quite wrong, Detective. Don is serious and reliable, and has a good position at Court and Brunskill estate agents. He would have made Betty a very good husband.
Ring ring.
Oh, excuse me, I have to answer that.
But of course.
Betty's room is opposite the stairs on the first floor. Feel free to take a look if you think it might be useful.
This young woman is far too clever not to have anything else for us.
Do you think she's hiding something?
That is what I'm trying to find out.
Surely you don't think she did it?
I did not say anything of the sort. But young women always ruin your judgment, Hastings. Who knows,
Marvelous.
maybe Megan was jealous of her attractive young sister.
I see. She may have had her sights on the inheritance. Or maybe she was in love with Donald Fraser.
We have to study all scenarios, even the most unlikely. But I doubt that Mr. and Mrs. Barnard are rich enough to justify murder. While I try and get Miss Barnard to talk, I would like you to try and find Donald Fraser. It should be easy to find the estate agents where he works. Bring him to the Ginger Cat. I would like to talk with him before the Chief Inspector finds him.
Specifically, I would like to talk with him in an area that we've already visited, so no one has to create any new assets. Up onto the first floor. Oh, we'll just go straight to the bedroom.
I have not finished inspecting Betty's bedroom.
Amazing, Poirot. I'm only moderately sad that I can't do it with both of these mirrors that are right next to each other. Ooh, she has a little sound recording desk. Probably a better bike than mine,
It looks
despite
like
coming
Betty
from
was also a
1930.
music lover, the same as her family. Without a doubt, Betty used to sing.
I should have got a good look at what she used to say. Small.
A box of new stockings. It looks like Betty has a very busy life.
Oh, she's got 3 different invitations. Mr. and Mrs. Adam Leighton Essex. Wedding anniversary. Oh, so they must be quite a bit older than her if they've been married for 25 years. I doubt she is much more than 25 years.
But he liked luxury and going out. And being as pretty as she was, she probably did not have any problem getting herself invited. A record sleeve with an handwritten title. Betty must have recorded a demo. I'd be interested to hear it.
A demo? Really, Poirot? A demo?
Something on this clock bothers me.
Okay.
What a strange mechanism. I don't think it serves to turn the hands.
Okay. Not yet sure what these do.
This wooden panel is blocked. I can't open it.
I'm sort of hoping to grab this thing that's sticking out.
There, that's better.
Is it? Apparently I've won a trophy for doing that. I don't know why that's better. Okay. Is there anything else on the clock?
This wooden panel is blocked. I can't open it.
Nothing in the back. There's this down here. Ah, I can't really see it at the moment.
This decoration appears to be firmly fastened.
Oh.
This wooden panel is... This metal disc is stuck.
Right, okay. Not sure what these things do. These little sliders. I can no longer turn the hands.
This metal disc is stuck.
Okay. This might be a slightly longer puzzle, guys, so bear with. Hold on to thy horses.
The cogs are blocked by these wooden panels. The cogs are blocked by...
Oh, okay.
The cogs are blocked by these wooden panels.
Right. Okay, so what do you want me to do about it?
The cogs are blocked by these wooden panels. The cogs are blocked by these wooden panels. The cogs are blocked. The cogs are blocked by these wooden panels.
No. I'm just not sure what I'm supposed to do about it.
Strange. A sheet of paper is blocked in the clock.
not gonna let me get it though. Okay. What bits of this scene can I interact with? I can't turn the cogs. And clicking on these doesn't seem to do anything.
The cogs are blocked by the... The cogs are blocked. The cogs are blocked.
Okay.
The cogs are blocked by...
You've given me all the parts, game, but you haven't told me what the
The
parts
cogs
do.
are blocked.
Anything else in the front face? No?
Strange.
That bit of paper. Okay. Can't pull that back up. What are these bits for? What do they do? What do they change?
The cogs are blocked. The
I'm
cogs
going to
are
go
blocked.
utterly mental just at this one puzzle. I know what order I have to turn the cogs in, I just don't know how to get to the
The
point where I
cogs
can
are
turn them.
blocked by the...
I don't know how I can get rid of, quote, these wooden panels. Because clicking on the wooden panels doesn't do anything, and I can't find anything else to click on.
This decoration appears to be firmly fastened. This decoration appears to be firm.
Okay, so I'm going to click on all of the legs.
This decoration appears to be firm. Could the screw be slightly loose? Could the screw be...
Okay,
This wooden panel is blocked.
right, that's done something. Okay,
Good. It should be possible to open the wooden panel. Look, a key.
marvellous.
This could be useful.
Assuming I can't just wind it. Oh,
The
okay.
central cog is blocked.
Can I wind the other ones? I need to get rid of the wooden panels.
The cogs are blocked by...
Yes, okay, I see. Right. That's what he means when he says the cogs are blocked by the wooden panels. He means the ones on top, not the slidey elements. What are these buttons?
This wooden panel is blocked.
These ones don't unscrew.
This decoration appears... This decoration appears to be firm.
Okay.
No, the key does not fit this cog.
Okay. I still haven't figured out what these do. If I switch them all to the left, can I unlock the left one?
This wooden panel is blocked.
Oh.
This metal disc is stuck.
This puzzle may be a bit too tricky for yours truly. There's nothing in here left to click.
This decoration appears...
Oh. Nothing in the back. Let's see. Like. Okay. Well,
The
just
cogs are
take off
blocked
the
by
wooden
these
panel.
wooden panels. The cogs are blocked. The cogs are blocked.
Oh. Oh!
This code probably has something to do with the mechanism above the clock.
3122. So that'll be the position for these. But which is position 3? That matter which one's position 1?
The cogs are blocked.
No, okay.
This wooden panel is blocked.
Ah, okay, right, there we go. Marvellous. Oh, but the key doesn't fit this cog.
The key doesn't.
And I'm too lazy to turn it by hand because I'm Hercule Poirot. And I do
A
this.
new lock has appeared. What does it open? A new
As?
lock has appeared. This metal disc is stuck.
Where has a new lock appeared?
This wooden panel is blocked.
Oh, I can just turn that one. Okay.
Something clicked on the front of the clock.
Okay.
This could be useful.
Why does everyone have puzzle boxes in their house?
Betty, I enjoyed a wonderful evening in your company, and I hope that we will see each other again very soon. D. My dearest Betty, I know that your art is already spoken for, but you are the most beautiful dancer I have ever had the pleasure of meeting, and I am impatient to see you again. Adrian. Betty liked luxury and going out, and being as pretty as she was, she probably did not have any problem getting herself invited.
I wanted to check if Adrian was one of the names of the invite.
This small key should be useful to me.
Oh.
Medicine to prevent voice loss. Did Betty have problems with her voice?
He's also the second victim to have been getting unusual medicine.
Looking at all the clothes she took out, Betty must have had a problem deciding what to wear. Maybe she had a date?
Sorry, the clothers? 37 of them.
A record sleeve with an handwritten title. Betty must have recorded a demo. I'd be interested to hear it.
I'd like to, but you haven't taken it out of the case. Ah, okay, I see, that's what the key is for.
It looks like something goes in here.
Not the key. Okay, well let's start by using the key on the lock.
Let us see. What is this cupboard hiding?
Cups. A guide to musical
This
times?
looks like solfège.
I don't know what solfège is.
This looks like This looks like
Is there
solfège.
something else to do here? No, we just need to go out. Can I go in, please? Yeah.
That doesn't work. I must have forgotten a step.
Is it going to be...
That doesn't work.
What do you want? What do you want from me? Do I need to specifically click to take this off?
That doesn't work.
There's another thing here. There's a handle to crank.
There is bound to be a clue somewhere.
Okay, I see. Right. So this is a single note rest. 1.5 plus 2/4.
I heard the sound of a mechanism being triggered.
OOA. Okay. Interesting. $782. I'm guessing that's going to be the code for that. Why do you have a puzzle gramophone? Oh, this is a long way. Let's go through. Gone the wrong way.
I just have to put the record on the gramophone and start it.
Why can you not just...
That doesn't work.
Why can I not just put it on? Oh my god, there's another switch down here. I don't think this person has ever seen a gramophone in real life. Right, now I need to find the bit where I crank it. We've got a crank handle.
It looks like
Yeah,
something good.
I know that bit. What was the click button?
Oh, Donald! We're in the middle of recording.
And the gramophone
Sorry, Betty,
stopped.
but it's not wise. The doctor said you should rest your voice.
You're such a killjoy sometimes.
Blimey.
Betty was such a good singer.
It's true. Did she have any problem with her throat?
Yes, she had to be careful with her voice. Of course, she didn't follow the doctor's advice. If Don didn't insist, she... Well, it's too late for all that now.
Right, what did that get us? Continue questioning Megan. She's off the phone now.
It looks like this woman is single, but she has feelings for someone.
Does it? Blimey, O'Reilly.
She is
Okay.
looking so intensely at this photo. But is it really a sister that she's studying in this manner?
That's a bit of a leap. You've won the trophy Falcon's Eye.
They made the perfect couple, am I correct?
Yes, in a way. She was pretty and
Well,
he's a bright man, with a promising career ahead of him. He would have made Betty a good husband. He was always attentive and generous. Oh, a true gentleman.
I hear a note of envy in your voice.
You must have heard wrong.
Oh.
Donald appeared to be very much in love with your sister.
Yes, he was mad about her.
Mad, you say? Being madly in love can often be destructive, and Mr. Fraser was known for being jealous, I believe.
No more than average. Men are always slightly possessive, especially when they are with a pretty woman.
I'm raising my eyebrow about your game.
I am not your enemy, Mademoiselle Bernard.
And you are not my friend either, Mr. Poirot, sir.
Yes, but your lies are not helping Mr. Fraser, or you for that matter. I know that Fraser was jealous, but I wonder why you feel the need to protect him.
Protect him? I hope you're not suggesting...
That you are Fraser's accomplice? There is nothing to suggest that, at least not yet. It would appear that your sister's murder is the second in a series that we have to stop as quickly as possible. The first was in Andover, and the same as your sister, the murderer sent me a letter informing me that a crime would be committed in that town. Now can I count on your honesty?
Yes, you have my confidence, Mr. Poirot.
Blimey.
Don is a quiet and sensitive young man. Slightly reserved, too. And as is often the case with reserved people, when he flew into a temper, he completely lost control. He could be so violent. Betty was frightened.
And when was this?
The first time was about a year ago. But they rowed more recently. Donald found out that Betty had lied to him. She said she was going out with a girlfriend, but she went out for dinner with a married man. It was an awful scene. She told him that until they were married, she was free to go with whoever she pleased. Donald turned quite pale and started shaking and kept saying one day.
Well?
He'd commit murder.
This is the woman that we've... Sorry. This is the man that we've just deduced that Megan here might be holding a torch for. And he is jealous and possessive and potentially has murderous rage.
So you were afraid that he would become our main suspect. I know that Fraser was jealous, but I wonder why you feel the need to protect him.
Exactly. Had you not told me about the case, I would never have dared to tell you about this little matter. Don loved Betty with all his heart.
Oh.
I can't imagine for one instant that he would hurt her.
Oh.
Very good, Mademoiselle Barnard. Thank you for your help.
Jesus Christ.
Fraser is at the Ginger Cat. The police haven't spoken to him, but they want to.
Très bien, Hastings. Let's see him now. Au revoir, mademoiselle. My deepest condolences to your parents.
Of course, Mr. Poirot. And don't be too hard on Don. He's more fragile than he looks.
If you say so.
Poirot is, of course, ecstatic that
Let
he'll
us
get
now
to
try
question
and
this
get our brain cells to work.
suspect first. Right, he has questions. What did he plan to do that evening? Betty liked them because she could date with another man, like gasp. Did she know her assailant? Now seduced Bertie, taking her to the beach where he strangled her.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
More questions, okay. I've put off answering them for too long, so now I'm physically forced into doing this bit. What's her behaviour? Yeah, we worked that one out already. Thanks, game. I'm not sure what the correct one to pick here is. Okay, I see. I don't think those two things follow from one another, but okay. Do you have any other questions to answer? Did Donald have a motive? One with events.
You've seen Fraser, Hastings. What is your feeling?
He's a big chap. Fragile isn't exactly the word that springs to mind. I talked to his landlady before seeing him. She went to bed at 11. Fraser wasn't home yet.
Bien. Megan Barnard said he is a reserved character but with a nasty temper. We will see if this is the case.
Right, follow Hastings. The very same Hastings who, despite having a very slow gait, always manages to be ahead of us. Oh, I got ego point from something.
Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, but a young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly. I fear that this case is far from being solved.
Come on, Poirot. You'll find the killer.
Certes. But how many times will he kill before I do?
I do actually want to double check to see if the body is still there, or if the police have like moved it. Because they really ought to have. Nope, she's still just lying there. Marvelous.
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
Oh. Okay, that's a good observation to note.
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
It's a good observation to note once, Poirot. Ooh, OBS is showing a drop in the bit rate. I think that's what it's called. I'm going to double check that, which is still sort of showing that I'm up. Okay, we do seem to be recovering at least. There may be a little bit of buffing going on, for which I apologise. Technical difficulties still apparently par for the course when it comes to my internet connection.
I don't want this young man here. Be quick and do what you must.
Hastings is bound to tell me what he thinks about Fraser later on. Now is not the right time. Hastings looks ill at ease. He really doesn't like Fraser.
Why would he, given what we know about him? Actually, so Hastings doesn't know that yet.
How do you do, Mr. Fraser?
You Hercule Poirot. Mr. Hastings said you wanted to speak to
Oh
me.
my god, that is an accent.
Yes. I know that it may not be the right time, but I would like to ask you a few questions. This man looks suspicious.
He has a suspicious tie. A crumpled clothes suspicious? Is this particular brand of whiskey suspicious?
Donald Fraser is in a terrible state, as if he hadn't slept all night. And he's drinking White Horse.
Leave me alone.
We're here to question you, we can't do that.
Tell me that it's a mistake. That Betty isn't dead.
Sadly, your lady friend has been murdered, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, Betty, if only you'd listened.
If she had listened to you, she would still be alive. Should I take that to be a confession?
With that sort of thinking, you must send a lot of innocent men to prison. Under different circumstances, I might even find you amusing, sir.
It's no time for amusement, Mr. Fraser. It is time to find your fiance's killer. Did you know what her plans were for the evening?
She said she was having dinner with her sister.
Yet, Megan only returned to Bexhill this morning, Mr. Fraser.
I didn't know.
Right. May I ask you what you were doing yesterday evening?
I spent the evening working.
Your colleagues can confirm this?
No, I often take work home with me.
Hmm.
Therefore, you have no alibi, Mr. Fraser.
That's right. But that doesn't make me a murderer, Mr. Poirot. I would like you to leave now, please.
Ah, I knew I'd find you here, Poirot. I thought the victim's young man was here.
Yes, is all yours, Chief Inspector.
I'm a completely
Let
incompetent
us now
detective,
try
so...
and get our brain cells to work.
Really? You reckon... So that was the... I just got the achievement pop up for conducting investigation success or interrogation successfully. Are you sure that was successful? Question. Does Donald have an alibi? Observation. Donald does not have an alibi. I haven't accidentally turned down the difficulty slider, have I? The objective. Down to the crime scene.
Hastings looks...
Fraser doesn't have an alibi and he's extremely jealous.
You are very skilled at summing up.
And yet you haven't asked Japp to arrest him.
It is too soon. But I agree, without the letters announcing the crimes, Fraser would already be behind bars. Bon, I think we have enough elements. Let's reconstruct the events at the scene of the crime.
I can't imagine how the murderer wasn't seen, though. Surely she must have struggled.
Let us try and imagine the scene. The killer and the victim are walking on the beach. Miss Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand. Both of them walk slowly to hut number 5. Both of them walk slowly to hut number 6.
Oh my gosh. Change
Miss
brackets,
Betty
Betty.
enters the hut. She leaves without her belongings. Then she hides a code.
Oh god.
They keep walking. Then she removes her belt.
Why does she remove her belt?
The murderer moves behind her and then attacks her by surprise. The body falls, lifeless, on the sand.
Yeah. Why are you doing this, Hastings?
Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Oh. Okay. I'm unconvinced.
Without the ABC, we might have suspected Mr. Asher and Mr. Fraser. But by timing his crimes, the murderer is making sure he's accused. In a way, it is very generous of him.
Generous? The murderer seduced Betty in order to lure her to the beach and kill her.
Indeed, the young woman was certainly careless, but not stupid enough to follow a stranger.
What are you planning to do, Poirot?
Return to London, mon cher Hastings.
I mean, there is a lot of crime scene investigating that we've not bothered to do here. I'm just going to point that out. See, I think therein lies the key. Is, as he says, without the letters, we would definitely have arrested one of these two. So, I think, also based partly on like some half rememberings of the TV, sorry, I think that the murders are being committed as a sort of a serial killer cover, and there will be one or maybe a couple of actual murders that are sort of hidden among them with the others as disguise.
Right, back to London. There is nothing more for us to do here.
It's still 9:15.
Japp has decided to reveal details to the press. The alphabet murder is now famous.
It is not a bad idea. The more people who know, the greater our chances of finding out something of interest.
Poirot, I have a bad feeling. Poor Mr. Poirot, not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps. Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time, it's an easy one. Churston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It's a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC.
Lovely.
Good hunting. Did you hear that, Poirot? The murderer seems to be taking it all as a game, a challenge. He will strike on 30th in Churston. We must warn Scotland Yard. No time to lose. We must prepare our suitcases for Churston.
Mon Dieu, it is already 10 o'clock. I will call Scotland Yard immediately.
I've won the trophy Pyramidal Moustache. Objective, call Scotland Yard. Find the phone.
Hello, chap. We received a new letter from ABC in the 10 o'clock post.
Where and when?
In Cheston. Today.
Today? I'll inform the population immediately.
I'll check the train times. Call me back.
I'll check the train times, which might involve having a handy ABC guide to travel times.
Daily Flicker, July 30, 1935. ABC affair, no progress. The alphabet murderer is still on the run. Ever since the police found the connection between the Bexhill and Andover affairs, the inquiry has barely progressed. In this issue, we are publishing provocative letters sent by the killer to Hercule Poirot. Unfortunately, they have not yet helped to find him. Daily Flicker, July the 26th, 1935. The Bexhill Horror. Young maid strangled on the beach. Killer struck at midnight.
Hastings hunting. Marvelous.
Hastings' photo album. He is very proud of his bag. Bexhill-on-Sea, Sussex, population 24,703.
Can we leave? Thank you. Can I get the mirror bonus again? You cannot see yourself in that mirror, Hastings, Poirot. That's not how mirrors work.
I lock my revolver in this drawer. I've not used it in a very long time.
I pressed the to make drawer into a word with about 5 syllables in it. I think that's everything for me to examine, but apart from Hastings.
Hastings, what you are doing is an absolute disaster.
No.
That is no way to pack suitcases.
Heavens, we must hurry. We have to get to Churston before the murder.
Hastings' order and method are always necessary, regardless of the circumstances.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you pack them.
Oh gosh. +1 ego points.
Or the same. It really is a disgrace to leave your belongings in such a mess.
Unprotected bottles. Badly closed toothpaste, apparently. Marvelous.
Voila. It only took a minute.
I mean, the bottles are still unprotected.
Poirot, you were right. I've just consulted the ABC guide. There's no hurry. The next train doesn't leave till 11:45.
You see, there is no need to hurry. We will not be in Churston until tomorrow morning. After the murder.
But why has the murderer warned us so late? It's not what he usually does. Did he do it on purpose?
Very good question, Hastings.
Cunning observation.
We should also compare the letter we have just received with the other two. Although I have very little doubt about what we will find.
Achievement unlocked. Snowflake. Wonder what that was for.
It is not a good time. Poor Mr. Poirot. Not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your
Oh my gosh, how long have I been on the
time,
transition
perhaps?
screen for? Oh dear.
Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time it is an easy one. Cheston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It is a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC. It is not a good...
Where are the letters you want me to compare it with?
In his haste, Hastings tore the envelope.
Oh, I suddenly have 3 things for inventory. Now it's time.
Right, let us compare this new letter with the second one. Let us examine this more closely. Certain characters in the 2 letters may have similar defects.
Yeah, I'm clicking on them.
Yes, this I is weird. Yes, the I characters in the 2 letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Last time it was the W's.
The W is not printed properly. Of course, the W characters in the 2 letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. That's right. The A characters in the 2 letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These 2 letters were written with the same typewriter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
New question. Why does the murderer warn us so late? The letter arrived late because of an error in the address. Okay. Apparently.
The letter should have arrived in time. The postmark shows that it was sent 3 days ago. However, our man made a mistake in the address, which explains the delay. All the same, the post office took their time correcting the error.
Come on, Poirot. Your address is not quite as well known as that of Scotland Yard.
Maybe he has got it right twice.
Poirot, the telephone. It must be Jap.
He's telling us we're too late.
I have some news from Churchton. Bad news, I'm afraid. Sir Carmichael Clark was murdered while out on his evening walk.
Oh, yes, sir.
Sir Carmichael Clark. The name is familiar to me.
He was a famous throat specialist, one of the best in London. A wealthy man, he retired to Combside, a beautiful house by the sea. He collected antiques.
Are you going there?
Yes, let's meet on the train. The victim is called Sir Carmichael Clark, one of the best throat specialists in London. The body was still warm when we found it. If we'd been warned earlier, we definitely could have saved him.
It appears that the murderer made a mistake when he wrote his letter.
A mistake? Lucky for him.
And what if he did it on purpose?
No. He's defined his madcap rules and he's sticking to them. It's a matter of pride for him. Shall we go up to the house, Poirot?
You go, my friends. I will come soon.
Jack is obviously a professional criminal profiler. I also noticed that... Oh. I was like, huh, this guy had some glasses lying on this blanket that are an exact match for the glasses that are my cursor icon. No, that was just my cursor icon. Congratulations, Lizzie. I should have a look at the seagull.
This place is very calming.
Is anywhere with seagulls very calming? Picturesque rock. Wild flowers.
The sight is exceptional.
Round butthole.
It is easy to imagine that Sir Carmichael used to enjoy stopping here every evening. The Jap has emptied the victim's pockets and has laid out their contents on this piece of wax cloth.
The contents of the victim's pockets include 2 bullet holes. A ring with the...
A signet ring, very probably with the Clark family's coat of arms. Nothing appears to be missing from this wallet.
What on earth was that noise in the background? There's a little goblin man sitting around somewhere.
An oriental dragon. It's an old piece, much older than the pocket watch on which it was fastened.
Also, the pocket watch is broken.
It is pointless.
Wow. Wow. It is pointless.
Sir Carmichael's throat was cut. It's a clean incision, a professional murder. An ABC guide, the murderer's customary signature, covered in blood this time. Apart from the wound to the throat, the body is untouched. No cuts, no bruises. The gravel on the path has been sprayed with blood that covers a conical-shaped area, which starts at the body and becomes wider as it moves further from the bush.
I don't know enough about blood science to know what that means. There's a bush.
The body is just in front of a bush, one of the only bushes in the surrounding area.
Yeah. No, I must have hidden in it. You wander around a bit? Not that way. Not that way. There's a church over there.
I'm not going to leave now.
Okay. Well, it's good that Poirot always knows when he has clues left to find.
The vegetation behind the bush has been trampled. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
It was an ambush. Hey, no. Dying somewhere. What was his position when he was killed? So Carmichael had his back to the bush, okay.
Sir Carmichael had his back to the bush when the killer cut his throat from behind. A fatal blow that sprayed blood over a range of more than 1 meter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
I'm confused as to why the voice actor refused to deliver the line "little grey cells," despite it being the most iconic Poirot line, and possibly the second most iconic line in detective fiction after Elementary, My Dear Watson. Did he see his murderer? No. No. No.
Have you finished, Poirot?
Chief Inspector, many questions remain unanswered, but I am certain of one thing. The killer has prepared his crime very carefully.
Quite right. He must have known Sir Carmichael's movements well to plan such an attack.
The murderer struck with terrible savagery.
Yes, blood flowed. It's the first time he's attacked a man. He armed himself accordingly.
Have you spoken to the
14
victim's
ego
family,
points
Chief
for that,
Inspector?
blimey.
I've spoken to the brother, Franklin Clark. I didn't get much out of him. He's yours. I must get the body removed.
Yeah, before that seagull comes and eats him. I don't know what they're like, they're vicious creatures. I mean,
To
I
be
feel
honest,
like
this
I-
inspector seems rather
okay.
obtuse. I'm counting on your friend Poirot to catch my brother's murderer.
Oh, he's voiced by Captain
here he is now.
Hastings.
Please, Mr. Poirot. Mr. Poirot, this is my brother's secretary, Miss Thora Gray.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Poirot. Would you like some tea?
No, thank you, mademoiselle. I find it hard to digest.
Okay, they really messed up by having these two people who actually also kind of look a little bit similar, but be in the same conversation as each other, and also both voiced by the same guy doing the exact same voice. Like, come on, guys, really.
Hastings does not like very hot tea. He's going to blow on his cup for a good while before drinking.
Are you feeling?
It is not the right time.
Okay, no, there isn't, apparently.
Hastings does not...
I don't care about Hastings.
There is something very viril about him.
Blimey, is there? Is a well-fastened necktie virile?
Franklin Clark is an adventurer, the sort of man that women like.
Right, okay.
There is something elegant about her.
I wonder, is it this elaborate dragon brooch? She has eyes. Okay, right.
She has good taste, except perhaps in her choice of jewelry.
Please excuse me, I have to take care of Lady Clark.
Oh, bye then.
It is not the right time. It is not the right time. Hastings.
My brother's wife is gravely ill. You will probably want to question her, but I fear that it won't be possible today.
I mean, if she's gravely ill, do we know there's going to be a tomorrow? Questions.
Of course, I understand. Someone set a trap for your brother. Who was familiar with his habits?
Everybody knew he took his evening walk at 8:30, and that he always followed the same path.
And did people of the village know Sir Carmichael's habits?
I don't know. It's possible.
What were you doing last night?
After dinner, I went to my bedroom. At 11 in the evening, the telephone rang. It was the police. I went to look for my brother.
Ask what his favourite book is.
Was it your favourite novel?
The Railway Children by Edith Nesbit.
Okay, right.
I know it's a children's book, but it's enthralling.
I mean, it's a really good book.
So it was you who found the body?
Yes, along with the gardener.
Have you seen any strangers around the house recently?
No. As far as I know, nobody has been near the house.
Miss Clark.
Oh, Lady Clark must have fallen from her chair. I have to help Miss Grey get her up.
Hastings, while our host is gone, let's examine the drawing room.
But, Poirot, a gentleman shouldn't...
I take full responsibility. All you have to do is to leave the drawing room door ajar and let me know if anyone is coming.
Sneak, sneak. But yeah, that's wow. That's definitely what I just asked you to do, Hastings. Stand behind the door like you're gonna knock anyone on the head who comes in.
Dragon, dragon, dragon. Sir Carmichael showed himself to be very consistent in his collection's theme.
Oh, he's just very bored with this already,
A
apparently.
turtle. A tiger. A crane? A dragon.
Okay, so this is where Carmichael used to sit.
It is an emperor.
Flowers? Oh,
His
okay.
place at the center of the table is probably symbolic.
Look. Comeside's private collection, purchased since 1920.
Comside's private collection, purchases since 1920. The catalogue for Sir Carmichael Clark's
An
collection.
odd book to have on the table when receiving guests for tea, but okay. Oops. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to get rid of this. Oh my god, it's an error. No, it's not. It's fine. Not having a good time is what it is.
Compass, point to the south. Bronze and magnetite, Han Dynasty, circa 210 BC, purchased in Hong Kong 1935.
Oh, that's interesting. Their compass is pointed the other way to ours.
There are some very valuable objects here.
Why did we pick out specifically the compass?
Sir Carmichael's collection could rival that of a major museum. Are you keeping an eye out, Hastings?
Yes, yes. Come on, be quick, Poirot. It would be embarrassing if we got caught.
Wait, if we got caught in the room that we were left in, that would be embarrassing, would it? Oh,
It's locked.
Key.
Sir Carmichael.
Thinking. What have we got? We've got our little...
Turtle, the dragon, the crane, and the tiger. I think I've already seen this motif somewhere.
Yep. Oh. Okay. I don't know exactly what I'm doing here. I guess I've got to do that. Like that. They're all nicely lined up now. Oh.
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
Okay, fine. If I go out, we're going to lose all my progress. No, that. This picture.
The cardinal points. This book could maybe help me. Each cardinal point is associated with one animal and one color. In the middle sits the imperial dragon, and out of respect, all the others are turned towards him.
Oh, okay. That'll tell me which way they're supposed to be turned, I suppose. Right, what counts as turned towards him?
The position of each motif is correct.
They've got dots. They've got dots. The dots are very helpful.
I think I heard a bang. Could it be this cupboard?
Let's hope it's not Laura and Frank upstairs.
This is interesting.
I've won the trophy Samurai Moustache. Marvellous.
Ernest Logan, MD, Brighton Cancer Institute, 201 Dusk Road, Brighton, Sussex. To Sir Carmichael Clark, MD, Comside Churston, Devon. Brighton, 1935, January the 5th. As a man of science, I owe it to you to be completely frank. Lady Clark, your wife is suffering from a generalized terminal cancer. I confess I didn't suspect anything like that during the first exams. But with the test results I have received today, there is unfortunately no place for doubt. I estimate that Lady Clark's life expectancy is no more than 1 year. Hospitalization would not help in her case, so I advise you to keep her at home and provide her with as much morphine as required to ease her last moments. Yours sincerely, Ernest Logan.
Oh dear. Then we have knives.
These daggers are only ceremonial weapons. I do not think that a crime weapon is here.
Well, there is one missing.
Here's Miss Grey.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Lady Clark's condition requires regular care. I believe you want to ask me a few questions.
Indeed, mademoiselle. This porcelain is remarkable. Is it old?
It's about 3 centuries old, I believe. Wait, let me find the reference.
Give her another good old
She
look.
appears to be very flustered.
Well, maybe it was her and Frank upstairs. Right eyes, quick breath. Oh, yep, okay, it was. Jesus.
She's unable to hide her emotion, and her makeup has been disturbed. I think that this young woman has just been kissed.
Here? Teapot with black dragon, Gangshi period, end of the 17th century. It is a rare piece with unusual colours.
You have a good knowledge of art history.
I have a good
Acquired
knowledge of
while
ego
working
points.
with Sir Carmichael. I used to help him manage his collection and choose his new acquisitions.
And I apparently have a fabulous moustache trophy.
Did you have a good relationship with your employer?
He treated me well, and I am sorry for his death.
Have you seen any strangers hanging around in the past few days?
No. Nobody has been near Cumside.
Tell me what happened last night.
After dinner? Well, I did some sewing and then I went to bed. I was woken by the telephone at 11. I heard Franklin Clark speaking with the gardener. They left with some lanterns and they found the body.
Am I right thinking that something is going on between you and Franklin?
How dare you ask me such a question?
Hmm.
Mademoiselle, it is difficult to hide things from me. He kissed you earlier, did he not?
My goodness, with Sir Carmichael's death, I was feeling so awful, so worried. I was unable to resist.
I am not
Sorry,
judging you,
left us up
mademoiselle.
there. Well, I mean, you are Poirot because you're judging everyone, everywhere,
Miss
constantly.
Grey, if I may be so bold, please do not take offence. My friend has rather unusual methods, but all he wants is to find the murderer.
And to get the ego
Yes,
points.
I understand. I must rest. Please excuse me.
Earlier, you asked me to watch the living room door for you. I don't wish to be indiscreet, but sometimes a gentleman stumbles upon a secret without intending to.
That is sometimes the case.
And I saw Franklin
Ah, I
Clark
see, okay.
kissing Miss Grey at the foot of the stairs.
Do you think this is a common occurrence?
No, I saw emotion, intensity. I think it was their first kiss.
Well done, mon ami. Well spotted.
However, I don't think I completely understand this business. Why did Sir Carmichael not defend himself? He appeared to have been active and
He
strong.
was surprised.
Murderer did not give him a chance. Let us try and reconstruct the scene.
Oh, another scene reconstruction already? That's very quick. This might be the last thing that we do for today. It'll be a bit of a shorter session. But
Sir Clark is taking his customary walk. Our killer is hiding behind a bush. The old man walks quietly along the gravel path.
admire brackets
He turns
Carmichael.
towards the sea to gaze at it.
I suppose attack from the right, because that's the way the blood spray was
The
pointing?
killer leaves his hiding place on the right-hand side. He approaches silently over the grass. Then he throws himself on his prey and cuts the poor man's throat.
If they'd enough dishonour to have been there. Oh,
He then lays down the ABC before leaving.
that's not how he laid down the ABC though.
Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
I wonder what happens if I get one of them wrong. You've got blood on your shirt.
Oh, just a minute. I'm getting dressed.
This person's name is Alexander Bonaparte Cast. What curious initials you have.
Mr. Kirst, have you recently returned from Churston?
Yes, indeed I have.
Have you seen the papers? And to think that you might have rubbed shoulders with the killer. Imagine that. Mr. Cust, are you all right? You don't seem well.
My apologies. My throat is burning and my head feels heavy. It's ever since the war, you know. Since my injury, my head has never been the same.
Poirot, it's a pleasure to be with you again after all these years. I looked for a gift to thank you, and I found this propelling pencil.
An authentic collector's item. You spoil me, mon ami.
And you more so by sharing investigations.
Do not underestimate the help you are to me, Hastings. Intellect is not everything. There is also goodwill, and you are not short of that. Later, I will ask you to help me tidy up the room and bring some chairs. Our guest will be here soon.
Ah, is Thora Grey coming?
Naturally. She is a fascinating young woman, n'est-ce pas?
Oh, come on, Poirot. I'm a married man.
You are?
And Miss Grey has already been courted by Franklin Clark. Poirot, our guests will be here soon. We must prepare ourselves.
Oh my gosh, more
I should
cutscene.
take advantage of the silence to examine them.
I'm aware that they should. However, what I'm instead going to do is take advantage of the silence to leave it there for today. So if you've been watching along, and you're here with me on Twitch, where I'm _. If you've enjoyed watching, please do consider giving me a follow so you can see more of this when it comes out. If you're watching along on YouTube, where I'm just _. If you've liked what you've seen today, then please do click that like button. And consider subscribing if you want to see more of this. Every follow, every like, every subscription, it does help small creators like myself. You can also follow me on Twitter, where I'm also _, and I send out a tweet every time I go live, so you don't have to miss the next time one of these happens. I tend to stream pretty much every weekday where I can and where I'm not sick, from about 11 in the morning. And I do this, I do Crusader Kings, I do a variety of other sort of games like that. Yeah. And all that remains now is for me to say thank you very much to everyone who has been watching. And I will see you all next time.